We're good to go, I think.
Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, I'm going to launch straight into my quick little intro and hello because we've got a lot to get through and I don't want to keep people any later than we need to. So thank you so much to everyone who has registered and joined tonight. We really appreciate it. It's kind of terrifying that we got close to 1,000 attendees. Pretty amazing. And to me, that just shows me that there's absolutely an appetite for this sort of thing. It happened really organically. I posted some content last year around hunting for the ideal credit card, and Lindsay from Candid 2020, they'll introduce themselves now, reached out to me and offered some support and advice if I needed it. And I thought, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity to actually just say yes and to get to understand the discovery ecosystem and the vitality ecosystem a little bit better. I've had some amazing sessions with them, which is why we decided that we want to share this broader than just me. I've learned so much, and actually as of today I'm already on gold for my vitality health. And believe me, if I can do it, so can you. I have been on been with Discovery Health for probably close to 20 years now, and I've never achieved gold. So I'm feeling pretty chuffed with myself. And I know that it's as a direct result of just these tips and tricks that I've learned here. It's a broad ecosystem. There's a lot to get through tonight. It is nice to understand, I think, the broader picture. But then obviously the team have managed to drill down into the behaviors and the actions that need to be taken to climb up that ladder and to move forward along the system, which is cool. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer than I need to. I'm going to hand over now, and just again, thank you also so much to Shirley and Lindsay from Candid 2020 for all of the work they've put into this, for being in the office until 8 p.m. We all appreciate you and your time and your generosity so much. So thank you.
Thanks, Misha. Good evening, everybody. It's an honor and a privilege to actually be addressing you this evening and sharing some of the tips and the tricks and the things we've learned through the journey within Discovery. And tonight is about you. Tonight is about you having the opportunity to make some notes. So if you haven't got a pen and paper, I'd urge you to grab one and just make some notes as you're going through the presentation with us. The slides will all be made available to those that have registered on the website through a handout. They're interactive. We're hoping that you're going to be able to use them as a tool to sort of work and guide yourself through the system. It's ever changing. As life evolves, as products and benefits evolve, so too do the rules of engagement change. And I encourage you all to get to know them as best as possible, adapt with them, try and understand where some of the logic is coming from, because I think that helps you understand what the motives are behind it. So as I say, it's all about you. Please sit back, relax, enjoy the next hour. I'd like you to make notes of the things you're learning, because it's important for us to get feedback in terms of how we can engage with members of Discovery in the ecosystem, our clients, our friends, our family. And so please make some notes, give us some feedback. It's all about you. We do have people in the office this evening that are going to be making notes of the chat that comes up. So please, if you do have questions, please go ahead and post them on the chat. We won't be answering them through the presentation. We want people to try and stay engaged as much as possible to try and follow the steps that we put together. However, at the end, we'll try and ensure that we don't only cover the questions that you're asking on the chat, but also the questions that you logged on the registration page when you provided that information. And who knows, perhaps there's another 1 or 2 or 10 of these types of presentations that we can make available. Let's see how we go through the evening. I'm Shirley Drummond, a juristic representative of the Discovery team, and I am a financial advisor. I have been with Discovery for the last 12 years, prior to that working in the First National Bank stable, and been doing this for too many years. I won't give that number away, it'll give my age away, and nobody likes to know what the age is, and especially what the vitality age is, but we'll discuss that a bit further. So yeah, that's me, Shirley Drummond, and Lindsay.
So I'm Lindsay Stradle. I've been a financial advisor with Discovery since 2016. And I joined as part of the graduate program and joined Shirley's team at Candid 2020 in July last year, June, July, and we have a fantastic team here. We've got a lot of support, and yeah, we're here to help you. Please reach out should you have any questions, and we maybe didn't address it in the session, and we'll really try our best to get back to you.
Perfect. So I'm going to just take you through the discovery ecosystem, and one of the probably most common questions is, what do I need to be part of the discovery ecosystem family? Or how do I make use of all of the benefits that's there? The reality is there are various makeups within the offering. We've got the life product, which is our risk element of it, covering life cover, dread disease cover, etc. We have the car insurance, household contents, building, the insurance model, short term as we know it, investments, retirement savings, flexible investments, etc. Medical aid is possibly the one that the most people have, particularly on this webinar this evening. You don't need to have them all. You can have one without the other. You can have two or three. Obviously, the shared value proposition that Discovery represent and offer to our clients builds and grows the more you have available within the ecosystem. So please know that you can have one without the other. There are certain rules, but those are finer details that we can apply. So if somebody is here on the call tonight wanting to hear a little bit more about bank account, you certainly can have one without being part of the medical aid. There is a mix and match and an ability for you to build as your needs and your requirements and your circumstances in life allow. We're going to start off with the boring stuff.
I just got in touch Shirley there. I'll cover the boring stuff. So while you're still awake and fresh to the webinar, I'll cover some of the boring stuff. So that is to make sure that you have a Discovery profile. So you need to have logged on to the Discovery website and created a profile. You can click on register if you've never done this before and create a profile there. Everybody over the age of 18 and even some of the teens can actually have their own profile. So even if you are dependent on a medical aid, you can still have your own profile. These same details that you log into the website, you'll use for the normal Discovery app, the Discovery Bank app, and the Discovery Insure app. And also, if you are having any technical issues, please phone the Discovery IT number. Take a screen grab of that number because they are incredibly helpful, and we do unfortunately have a lot of clients that sometimes the cell phone isn't matching with the ID number, etc., and they're able to sort that out for you.
Okay, what I want you to do this evening is just almost segmentize is there such a word? Break it down into 3 segments. We've got vitality, which I say to my clients is pretty much the heartbeat of the Discovery. It's the one that brings all of the magic together. We have 3 components. We've got a health, vitality health. That's the one that we've known for a number of years. Those of you have been perhaps on the Discovery journey for a long time will go, oh, that's the gym benefit. No, not at all. That's one very small component of the vitality health. But if we look at that health section, that's linked typically to a medical aid or to a risk policy. Then we have our second element, which is vitality drive. The vitality drive element is linked typically to our insurance, our car, our vehicle insurance, household contents, etc. The vitality drive section is monitoring and encouraging better drivers throughout the country. We have our vitality money, which is the new baby that's recently been launched with the banking product that we'll discuss a bit further. There is one common ground that we have across all of these vitalities, these 3 vitalities, is that everybody starts off on a 0-point system at blue status, and then there are certain things, goals, objectives, items that you might need to complete so that you can then move up the ladder, moving from blue to bronze, from bronze to silver to gold, and ultimately at diamond. What's quite important to remember is that you don't necessarily need to be 3 years at gold to achieve a diamond status. That was the history of the vitality. However, now you're able to get to diamond in a year, as Misha's going to achieve. I'm pretty comfortable and confident that by the end of May, Misha, hopefully you'll be at Diamond and you'll be able to share with us some of the benefits that you personally are achieving. But that blue, bronze, silver, gold, diamond status is a tracking system across each 3 of these vitality blocks, for want of a better term. You don't need to have all 3. You can have 1, you can have 2 of the 3, or you can have all 3. Obviously, the shared value proposition gets so much stronger once you've culminated and got all 3 within your stable. However, start off small, build it as you go, and build your confidence and fun as you engage through this journey. We're going to spend some time on the Vitality Health section first. I think it's a good starting point. The first thing that I'd like you to know is we have what we call a points tracker. The points tracker, you'll notice on our slides that we have the word and it's pink and it's underlined.
And that actually has a link. So if I hover over, you'll see that a link will pop up. When we send these through as the presentation through to you, you will be able to click on the links.
On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll actually see my points tracker. This is my personal points tracker. I'm bearing it all and opening my soul. You can see the points that's been earned on the left-hand side or in the middle of that screen. Any points that are available are on the right. I want you to see this as almost your roadmap. This roadmap is giving you the opportunity to know what you can still do in order to earn some points. This points tracker, as Lindsay has said, excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat and I'm going to put a sticker fisherman's friend in. Hopefully that'll sort out that little tickle of a cough. There are online assessments that can be completed. Those are on the website for you once you've logged in to go in and just complete. The Vitality Age Assessment can be done once a year, and the mental well-being check can be done twice a year with a 6-month interval.
So you would qualify for your 500 points now and 500 points in 6 months' time. And the mental well-being assessment is actually, you feel like you're just ticking boxes, but it's actually an indication to you. I'm sure we can all agree that there are lots of things to worry about at this point in time in our lives in this country. So the mental well-being is a check-in, and it also will guide you if there are certain things that are being flagged to a counselling service that will be available through that.
Vitality Health Checks is what we call, or I commonly call, a finger prick test. It's an opportunity for a snapshot of your health at that particular point in time. They're checking fundamentally blood pressure, sugar levels, cholesterol, height and weight, your BMI, your HIV status, etc. That opportunity gives you a significant amount of points that you can earn. You're able to go and retest after a 90-day period if any of your measures are out of range. The statistics and the story behind it are incredible. We had a wellness day at our office a little while ago, and one of the nursing staff who was doing an assessment on a client who had dragged her husband in unwillingly to come and earn these points, the nurse actually said to him, "We're very concerned and we suggest you go straight to the hospital." A heart attack was averted, and the family were extremely grateful that that blood pressure reading had actually been conducted on that day. So really giving you the opportunity just to check in. Hopefully all goes well, you earn as many points as possible, but potentially also pick up early detection, which is what it truly is about. Those wellness days you can do at our offices. Some brokers hold wellness days periodically. There are many places to go and do it. An ideal opportunity is head office in Sandton City, listen to me, opposite Sandton City, where you could go to the Discovery head office and give yourself the opportunity to have a different view of Sandton and go and say hello to some of the team that's available there. Menlyn on Main, Cape Town, if you're prepared to share your time with well-being instead of some of the wine tasting, a beautiful location to go and have a look at.
We are just going to quickly do a poll if you guys can vote whether you've done your health check or not as yet. It's really great to do it in the beginning of the year. because you can do it again, but you do need to wait 90 days. So leaving it until the 25th of December or 28th, 9th, 30th of December, like my family used to do, you can't do it again in the year.
Really looking forward to hear who within the audience have completed the health check. Clicks and Dischem are also a point of reference. Right at the back, typically where the pharmacy is, you're able to go in and book an appointment with one of the nursing staff there and complete your wellness assessment. A large number of points there, but a very fundamental part of the vitality journey. Over and above that, you have the opportunity of doing a fitness assessment. Fitness assessment is typically checking in with a biokineticist to see where you're at from a fitness level, what your level of flexibility is, what your level of strength is in terms of your core, etc. Jumping on a treadmill or on a bike and just checking to see how your heart rate rises and how your heart rate recovers after exercise, giving a snapshot of where your fitness levels are at that point in time. And my experience is there's some incredible advice that comes out of the biokineticist in terms of things that you can do to improve your strength, your fitness, your flexibility, etc. The last point that we want to touch on here is your activity to activate your healthy living benefits. That's your healthy foods, your healthy care, giving you access to the healthy living rewards, going and having your Woolworths Pick and Pay, choosing your preferred partner, able to change that once a year on the system. It happens simultaneously in the background with ID numbers, the Discovery system chatting to the Woolworths system. You're swiping your Woolworths card when you're purchasing. That's linking into the Discovery system, accumulating all of the healthy foods that you're buying, and allowing rewards to come through in the form of Discovery miles. We're going to cover the Discovery miles and how to go and check and see where those miles are being accrued to, and you can then check and see how much you're actually accumulating. We would just give you a quick shout out to say, please go onto the system and ensure that your Smart Shopper card is linked to your Pick and Pay benefit. That is an old system where we don't necessarily have the correct ID number, so we would encourage just ensuring your Smart Shopper card is linked correctly. Again, there are links that are available on the slides that we'll be handing out afterwards. There is also catalogs available, and the links within these slides will give you the direction to find those catalogs for the healthy foods within Pick and Pay and Woolworths, and the healthy care within Clicks and Dischem. I always say to my clients, go and have a look at the tills, the till slip that you get from Pick and Pay, the little VITs next to all of those items. Those are the items that are the healthy foods. We all have a good idea of what healthy foods are. We may debate and we may argue that should it be low fat or should it be full cream, but there's a good indication. And I always say, go and buy what you're buying and then go and have a look. If you didn't, perhaps do some research to why it's not considered a healthy food or a healthy care. But very much looking at the catalogue within the various stores and obviously maximising those benefits as much as possible.
All right, so I'm going to touch on Vitality Drive. So Vitality Drive is a benefit that is linked to your car insurance with Discovery. And the premise behind Vitality Drive was to create a nation of better drivers. And that is by monitoring your driving behavior. So how we do this, or how Discovery does this, is that at Tiger Wheel and Tire, you have a small telematics device that's fitted into your vehicle, and that is linked to the Discovery app. That can also pick up, though, when you are picking up your phone and texting while you're driving. So please try and avoid that. You should not be doing that in any case, but that is how it picks up that motion. Another benefit or another element that you need to do in order to maximize on this is to link the card that they give you, and that's this little blue card at the bottom. It's effectively, you need to swipe that as well every single time you go to BP and Shell and you fill up, because that tracks your fuel spend. And we do calculate the cashback based on your fuel spend or your driving score. So you need to drive well, or at least try. I can understand that with load shedding and robots being out, everyone gets confused. South Africans do not know how to use a four-way stop, so it can get a bit tricky. But just be patient, because you're going to get money back every month. The benefits of being on Diamond Vitality Drive status is no premium increases on your vehicle insurance. So I personally had a 10 Rand increase last year, and that was just for the household contents side of things. So there is a lot of benefit there. Additionally, what you can do with those cashbacks that you receive every month is it can actually fund your excess. So if you do have a claim, you need to pay an excess, you can use some of that cash back that you've actually been accumulating, because Discovery will keep that on their side. A really great benefit that I think this audience will benefit from is a 25% off Uber. So a lot of people who have Vitality Drive and car insurance with Discovery don't know that they actually have this benefit. So I have attached a link on exactly where to go to activate that, and as well as you can take a little screen grab if you want to do it now, and that's how to activate your Uber discount on the website. We will be launching Vitality Drive 3.0 in April, or 3.0 in April, and this is going to be new and improved. So effectively, for now, what we know is that the cashbacks are going to increase. So, and that's going to be amazing. It's going to go up to 1,600 Rand back per driver. So that is substantial. So as soon as we know what's going on there, we will let you know. Something I also wanted to mention is we had a question coming through about if you have Vitality Drive and your husband now wants to drive your car, how do you make sure that it doesn't record his trip? There's actually a way to do it on the Discovery app, on the Discovery Insure app. And there you mark yourself as a passenger, so it is possible.
Vitality Money, the new kid on the block, so to speak, is encouraging good financial behavioral finance, understanding what you have, understanding the amount of savings you have. There are 5 rings that we look at predominantly. Savings, looking at ensuring we've got enough for a rainy day. We all have been through COVID and we've realized the importance of actually having some funds saved up for a rainy day. Knowing our debt to income ratio, how much of our income are we spending on debt, and just being aware of that particular component of our finances. Insurance, looking predominantly at 3 areas: medical aid, car insurance, life insurance, protecting your income, etc. And that would then assist you in closing the rings. This is the reference of or the language that you'll hear a lot of people talking about. Your Vitality Money is personalized. Each and every person on this call tonight has a very different financial situation. We're at different stages of our life. We have different earning capacities, etc. So you'll find that it's very personalized, and it's important to get to know what your requirements are. There's not a case of a one-size-fits-all in this case. Retirement, how close are we tracking to retirement, and our property? Do we own our own property? Do we have enough savings built up if we're of the opinion that owning property is not necessarily the way to go at this point in time? What's quite important to remember here is these solutions in terms of savings, insurance, retirement, etc., do not necessarily need to be in the Discovery stable. You could have employee benefits, for example, in the retirement area or in the group risk area, and those components of your financial planning can be added to these rings to assist you in closing those rings. So very important to know that it's what you have as your entire portfolio, not necessarily only the Discovery. Obviously, the Discovery system will pick up what you have within Discovery. However, you have the opportunity to go and add and send through evidence of that group risk, pension funds, etc. So we'd encourage you to get to know what your finances are and then improve your rewards and try and close those rings and move your status from blue to bronze to silver to gold to diamond. We'll share with you as we go through the evening the value that you're going to get from moving up all of those areas. How to earn miles? that's probably the best question and probably the most fun part in my area of discovery and the ecosystem. So let's just hear from Gerda as to how she earns miles and what it means to her.
Hi, good morning. My name is Gerda. I decided to exercise outside this morning. What a lovely day. But let me quickly tell you, how do I close my discovery circles every single week? When I say discovery circles, I refer to my health one. So the first what I do is I make sure that I at least get 5,000 steps a day in, and that gives me 50 points. 10,000 steps gives me 100 points. And then I need to put a little bit of effort in because my goal per week is 900 that I need to achieve. So I need to put in a good cardio session where my average heart rate is above 80%. I measure this with my Apple Watch. I download the information onto my health app on my phone, and then that information actually pulls through to my Discovery app. Then I close my rings. Then the second part is my Vitality Drive. How do I make sure that I achieve that goal every single week? First of all, I don't accelerate, I don't speed, I don't actually brake, and then I don't drive late at night. But the most important thing, I don't let my husband drive my car because he knows exactly how to mess that up for me. So, and that's how it closes my circles. Then what I do is on a Wednesday, I will get a notification that I actually qualify for 2 spins on my Discovery board. I go in, I do my play, and I get my Discovery miles. And then what I definitely know how to do very well is to actually spend this Discovery miles. Have a lovely day. Hope that can help you.
Thanks, Gerda. Yep, as she said, start playing the game. Try and work out what you need to achieve. And there are the 3 goals. We'll spend some time going through it. And through the way, you're actually getting incentivized to be doing all of these activities and playing the game as such, as we keep referring to it. Other ways to earn the miles is to spend on your credit card. For every spend and swipe that you're making, you're going to be accumulating miles dependent on the makeup of your products, depending on your statuses. So I always say, just keep doing what you're doing, get going on the system, and try and maximize it as much as possible. You also have the opportunity of having your debit orders for Discovery going through your Discovery bank account. And for all of your Discovery Life policy debit orders that go through your bank account, you're awarded miles, which then adds to your miles, and hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about how to spend those in the system as we go through the session. We're going to look at the active rewards for health. Remember, we've said we've got health, we've got drive, and we've got money. So we're focusing on the health segment now. And what I'd like to do is just play you a little snippet of activation through my particular active rewards and where I stand on the system at the moment. This is mine. So when I'm looking at my active rewards, I come into my home page, and 3/4 of the way down I have my active rewards. If I click on that, it gives me my 3 circles. I have 3 circles because I have all 3 products. I have Vitality Health, the blue ring, Vitality Drive, the purple ring, and Vitality Money, the pink ring. This is taken Sunday morning. Our weeks for Vitality Active Rewards run from a Saturday morning through to a Friday evening. Those rings, the objective is to close all of those on a weekly basis. I become quite pedantic with it and pop into this ring probably 2 or 3 times a week just to see how I'm tracking and what I need to be doing. You can see as I scroll down the page a little bit that my goal on a weekly basis is 650. I received 100 points for my workout yesterday. In fact, that was steps. So if I wanted to, I could check my goal. This would give me my history. I have had 34 weeks in a row consecutively of achieving my goal. If I click on the history, I'd be able to see how my points were made up the previous week. So you can see I received my 50, my 100 for my gym visit, the steps that I've taken, and then my near workout workout on Saturday morning last week. I keep track on this and see how I'm going in order to achieve my 650 points. Once I've achieved it, my ring will be closed, and I'll then be able to go and receive my play on the game board. If I click on the second ring, giving me and opening up the Vitality Drive, those goals and my activity towards achieving those goals are very clearly displayed. And that's how I monitor the active rewards on a weekly basis on my app. So as you'll see there, the goal is personalized. if you're activating the active rewards for the first time, you're probably going to have a goal reward or a need or a goal of 100 points. As you achieve that, they'll extend it and slowly but surely extend it, encouraging more and more activity over a period of time. The maximum points at this point in time that you'll need is 900, unless you're registered as an athlete, and in which case it would be 1,200 points. And I encourage people to build that slowly but surely over a period of time, achieving your rewards and just stretching yourself every bit, every month as you progress through the system. Understandably, if I'm going to gym and I'm earning 100 points and my goal is 900, I can't go to gym 9 times a week. Your highest activity for the day is what's recorded. So eventually, once you're getting to 600, 700 points, you may need to look at activating a device and linking that onto the Discovery app so that your activity can be recorded. There you'll be setting a workout. You'll be getting a heart rate of a certain amount in order for you to achieve the maximum points for that particular workout. Again, it's personalized on your age, your BMI, etc. And there are tables available on the Discovery website that would allow you to understand what you would need to do in order to achieve those points. There are clients of ours who have a 300-week streak, and you'll see some sexy, nice t-shirts coming out for the 100, 200, 300 goals that have been achieved, and that's what I aspire to. If I can do it, you guys can do it, and I encourage you just to go on, monitor it, and play the game. It really is worth it in the long run. Recently, a new initiative has been introduced where if you are ill, if you are on holiday or unable to, there'll be a concession made in terms of that holiday that's allocated to that. I'm fortunate enough to have an Apple Watch, and I obtained my Apple Watch through the banking app. And I paid for it on a weekly basis by my activity, which is one of the drivers of me actually achieving my active rewards on a weekly basis. So some really great initiatives in order for you to get devices at affordable rates so that you can link it into the app and record your activities as you go. So when I'm...
All right, so I'm going to cover the Vitality Active Rewards from the Ensure perspective. So I've also got a little video just to explain this.
All right, so Shirley's already shown you how to find your Vitality Active Rewards. I'm going to talk you through your Vitality Drive weekly reward. So as you can see, things are not looking great on my profile at the moment. Please don't judge me. It was recorded on Sunday morning, but here you can see the purple line is my drive goal so far for the week. If I scroll down, you can see that I need 120 points for the week in order to achieve my drive goal. If I click on view goal, you can see exactly my progress and the fact that I have 20 out of 120 points so far. If we look at your daily drive points history, this will show you exactly where you've done well and possibly not so well. So last week I had a good week, achieved my goal, 135 out of 120 points. The week before that, not so good, probably rushing somewhere. So if we look on that not so good week, you can actually see exactly where I've lost points on trips, 2 events recorded, Lone Hill and Bryanston. I've got some deductions there for possible acceleration, mild acceleration, and even mild braking events. So you can actually see in quite a lot of detail exactly where you've gone wrong or gone right. I've had some good driving days this last week, and that is why I achieved my
goal. So again, it comes down to just drive well. I know that is sometimes easier said than done, but I think my friends and family can vouch that I'm not the most patient person. But yet when I drive, I try and be a lot more calm and smooth than before I had Discovery Ensure, that's for sure. Again, just reminders on what not to do. Don't text and drive. I mean, this should be just obvious in general life in any case. Stick to the speed limits. Don't accelerate too harshly or brake or corner too harshly. And you do need to achieve an average of over 1,000 points in the month in order to get to Diamond Vitality Drive status.
And I think we can judge you, Lindsay, if you managed to make diamond last year with some bad days.
Yeah.
I think we all have that opportunity to get there. Well done. We're going to look at the Vitality Money Ring, and
again, I'll just play another video.
All right, so now we've got our money goal. So Vitality Money Goal. This is very easily achievable, but you do need to understand how to do this. So for me, for everyone, their goal is different and personalized. So for myself, I have to have responsible spending, as well as keeping a balance of 1,000 Rand into a savings account on my Discovery profile, my Discovery banking profile. This can be in whatever savings account you wish, but we do need that in there in order to help achieve your goal. And then you'll see a transaction history. So all various transactions that have gone through, and that all helps towards achieving your goal. It is probably the easiest one to achieve. You've just got to spend on your card and have your savings balance.
So as I've mentioned, it's an easy one to get, and that gives you an additional play on the game board, which we will mention in the next slide, I think. This is linked, Vitality Money is linked to your Discovery bank account. So you do need to have a Discovery bank account to have the Vitality Money benefit. You can't just have the normal, or not the normal, the free Discovery account. It needs to be a paying account, and that allows you to have the Vitality Money benefit. Again, you can actually achieve this goal monthly and leave it for the rest of the month and keep getting your 4 plays on the game board for the rest of the month. And my top tip here is just to make sure that you maintain that savings balance, that it is telling you exactly what to do. So it's pretty clear there. Discovery has also recently launched the iPhone 14 benefit. So this works very similarly to the Apple Watch benefit, except you do need to have Vitality Health, Vitality Drive, and Vitality Money, and be achieving all 3 of those goals to effectively pay off the iPhone over a period of 2 years. All right, so we keep talking about the game board, and what exactly is that? So this is on your Vitality Active Rewards platform, and again, just to reiterate, these are actually our profiles. So I don't have that many miles, unfortunately, or that many plays, so this was probably after the bad week, but I will just talk you through how this all works. So always on a Wednesday morning, your plays come through, so from the previous week. So if we have a look here, I'm going to just select to play the game board. Then you get your various tiles, and you would select one, depending on how many plays you have, and then pick it, or choose another. And there I got 150 Discovery miles. I can then choose, do I want to redeem it now or bank it? So if I click on redeem it now or choose your reward, you can actually see where or who our partners are. And if you clicked on those various partners and shopping by category, you can see where you can earn vouchers or get vouchers in order to spend. So for example, I could use some miles to get a 100 Rand voucher at Dis-Chem or Pick n Pay. And yeah, so that's effectively using the play on the game board. A benefit to achieving all 3 of your goals, so your health goal, your money goal, your drive goal, is that you would get a 4th play on the game board. And this is a brilliant way to earn miles. There are some changes coming soon though. So below here is just a snippet on how the game board is going to change in terms of looks, but we will be sure to keep you updated on those various changes. And then we can finally spend our miles. This is the best part. And I've got one of my good friends, Tanya, who's just going to explain how she uses her miles.
Here's a tip for spending your Discovery miles. If you spend your miles on the 15th of every month, you get up to 40% off on your Discovery miles. That's how I got my New Balance running shoes for 580 Rand and 1,800 Rand off my amazing Garmin watch, which I use every day to track my activity to get even more Discovery points. So definitely be a savvy spender like me.
And whoops, she did it again. And she will continue to do so, I have no doubt. So it's very important, as she mentioned, is to spend your miles on the 15th of the month. We have online store partners. We've included a link here to a YouTube video, which you can play for yourself just to understand how to use the miles online versus in store. And she also mentioned getting the discount on the D-Day. So that you can get up to 40% off at our partner stores on the 15th of the month when you use your miles. To qualify for that, you do need to have Vitality Health, Money, Drive, and the full banking suite. And I mean, who doesn't want 40% off at Poetry every month? I mean, I can definitely make use of that. So, and I do, that's why I have no miles left. So yeah.
I think at this stage we should actually have a quick poll, Lindsay, and just ask the audience, who are their favourite partners? Who are they looking forward to spending? Tomorrow's the 15th. Hopefully you've got some miles banked up. If not, you can start dreaming and getting ready and preparing for next month. But who are your partners? Who are your favourite partners? So if you can just answer that, that'll give us a good indication of where the money is getting spent tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
Yes, tomorrow is the 15th. And it's a Wednesday.
We're going to just go through the banking app slightly. A large portion of the delegates on the webinar this evening are bank members. So we're going to go through and just show you a video in terms of how the miles work on the system. Navigating the Discovery Miles app, you'll go into your Discovery Bank app, and there, halfway down the home page, you'll see your Discovery Miles bank account. If we click on that, that'll give us the opportunity to understand how we earn, spend, and we transact. I always say, navigation panes down in the bottom left-hand corner. Don't forget the 3 dots in the top right-hand corner. If we click on the months, you'll see halfway down the page, you'll be able to scroll between each of the different months. It will give you an indication of the total number of miles you've earned, and you can actually break down and drill down to where those miles came from. So I can click on card spend and establish every transaction that accumulated towards me earning miles for that particular month. Over and above that, I can go and see how many active rewards were converted into miles by my plays on the game board. So a very nice way to be able to check each month how far and what I'm doing on my miles earnings. If I click back, I go back into the top navigation panes and I can see spend. On the spend, I've got all the different options, Vitality Mall, where I can purchase online, pay in stores, online purchases, etc. Also how I want to share my miles with other Vitality Miles members. So in there, if I click on there, I can see, dependent on the number of products I have, the amount of discount I'm entitled to. I have the full banking suite on the left-hand side, earning 5%. I have Vitality Money, 10, Vitality Active Rewards, and Vitality Drive. Don't get too hung up on that. It is changing in the next couple of weeks, but a good indication of how many points I qualify for. Remembering that if I purchase on the 15th of the month, I would have a double discount on the amount that I'm currently qualifying for. If I click on Pay in Store, it'll give us all of the stores that are available for me to go and spend my miles at and have the discount that I benefit from. How I would do that is I'd simply, in the store, say I were at Pick and Pay, I'd literally go and say how many miles I'm spending. You can see that just below my miles account there. In the amount, I'll put in the rand amount, and it will then tell me how many miles I'm going to spend. I would then click on the store that I'm spending in, a QRL code will pick up, and I'll be able to scan that, walk out the store, having used my miles plus my discount, and spending on the 15th, as I've said, getting my double discount. I love the online purchases. Some incredible partners there to go and benefit from. I love using the macro ones. Clicking on the macro, understanding, and where I do this is on the macro app. I go in and I purchase my stock, deciding, let's cut to the chase, purchase my alcohol, my champagne, my whiskey. And then when it comes time to cashing out, I use my miles. On the 15th, I'd get a 40% discount. And boy, oh boy, does that whiskey taste extra sweet after you've had a 40% discount and used your Discovery Miles to purchase. On the transaction tab, again, breaking it down and seeing every single place where I've earned and where I've spent miles, allowing you the opportunity to double check and understand where you're at. So I think the big thing is to go on and check your miles balance, grow, let it accumulate, go and check how you're earning. What's quite important to remember is 10 miles equals R1. Go and find your online and your in-store partners and start planning and thinking what it's for. Go and put your goods that you're looking at into the cart and then be ready on the 15th of the month. Remember that the Take a Lot is not available on the app. So in other words, although you may be able to purchase Take a Lot on the app, you won't be able to redeem your miles at this point in time. So if you are using Take a Lot as the partner, please make sure you're using the website and not the app. And then go and check where you're earning miles. Go and see where you are maximizing it. And then I say start using your card. The miles value truly is very, very valuable. One of our new additions fairly recently in months gone by is Easy Equities being available on the Discovery Banking app, and for you being able to actually go in and transact real time live on the Easy Equities app. A great way to start saving and monitoring how the markets are doing, navigating the Discovery.
All right, so now we want to dive into Vitality Travel. So we have received quite a few questions and queries on the Vitality Travel platform. So Discovery a few months ago launched their own booking platform, which is Vitality Travel. I have included a link here which shows you exactly how to use the Vitality Travel on the Discovery website. And a new really nice feature is using it on the Discovery Bank app. So just also mention the Discovery Bank app gives you access to some pretty nice lounges. I know myself traveling in December was the first time I've actually used a lounge, an airport lounge, and I felt like quite a Lani lady. So it's really worth it. Again, you're going to get further discount by having the bank account on the Vitality Travel. So to break it down, you do still get your Vitality discount up to 35% off. And you get an additional discount, which is dependent on the bank account that you've got. I think now is actually a good time just to hear from our friend Debbie how she uses Vitality Travel.
Hi, so I'm here to tell you a little bit about my experience with Vitality Travel. I love to travel, and because I'm now a Diamond member with Vitality, with the bank, with Discovery Bank, I have had the opportunity to use my Vitality Travel discount twice in the past 6 months. In December, I booked a local travel, got 75% off, which was absolutely fantastic. And in July this year, I'm going to London and Mallorca with a 50% discount off my fare. Extra money for spending while I'm traveling. You too should be a Discovery Bank member. And I forgot to mention, do not spend your Discovery miles booking tickets. Shirley will be mad.
So I think that's a very important point. Discovery miles is not air miles. So miles should only be used on the 15th of the month, as we've mentioned before.
In our opinion, use that extra discount, but certainly a great discount that's available then.
Absolutely. So the travel discount is broken up into your Vitality health status, the card color you have, and the account type that you have. So having the full banking suite, which is a transactional account and a credit card, allows you to get that extra discount. There is a waiting period, if I can say that, when you join Discovery Bank, so you aren't able to get that discount right away. You do need to wait 3 months to get the bank discount. You'll still get your health discount. And I see, unfortunately, some of the wording is covered here, but oopsie. There is a free Discovery account that you can get, so you don't have to be a paying Discovery Bank account member, but you can opt for the free Discovery account, which you can do on the Discovery app. You can get it on the Discovery app, and that is what is needed to book on Vitality Travel. So that is quite important. If you do not have the full banking suite with Discovery, or a credit card, or a transactional account with Discovery Bank, you can get what is called the Discovery account. It is a blue card, it's a virtual card, and that is what you will use as almost a conduit to booking all of your travel.
So we've spoken a lot about the rewards and the benefits that you're getting, and probably one of the best kept secrets at the moment, in my opinion, is your personalized reward statement. So if you have one product, 2, 3, whatever you may have, when you get these slides, you'll be able to click on the link and you'll be able to find your own personalized statement, which explains exactly what you were entitled to. This is my personal one. And I think it's very important to note that this is not one of the highest I've seen by any stretch of the imagination. I have clients who have considerably higher reward statements that I'm proud to present with them. Down in the left-hand side is the amount that I've actually accrued in that particular calendar year, as well as the benefits that I stand to achieve if I maintain my solutions that I currently have in place, like my retirement planning, etc., over a period of time, giving me a total amount of the value proposition that I have received across the board. It also breaks down to give you an understanding of which product lines have accrued certain amounts to your particular reward statement, as well as what people like you may be achieving. And as you can see, there are significant rewards that I still too could unlock. If I clicked, for example, on the health and the vitality money, it would give me a drill down to how much I actually received from healthy foods, healthy care, healthy gear, etc., giving me a way of actually monetizing the rewards that I received over a period of time. At this point in time, we're drawing to a close. An hour has gone by very, very quickly. We've had a lot of information to cover. But at this stage, I'd also like to just pop out a poll quickly to ask what you would like to see as additional value adds in terms of information that we could be sharing with you in this type of format or others. As much feedback as possible would really be greatly appreciated. It is the way that we learn on how to share information with you. But these are some ideas and tips on, what would we look to have? How would we get, what goals, what benefits would we achieve if we were at Diamond? The breakdown and understanding of the reward statements, how to activate the healthy gear, etc. So please, if you will, just participate in our poll. We'd really like to hear from you as to what types of information and how you'd like to hear and receive that going forward. We truly appreciate it. And at this stage, I want to engage and encourage all of you, urge you all, just to do a couple of steps. So let's break it down. We're going to try and keep it simple and just say what are our next calls to action from tonight, from this evening. First of all, we'd like you to go and activate the online assessments. Go and complete those, both of those. Do your finger check, your finger prick check at one of our providers. Activate the healthy living benefits, and then get activated on your device. Make sure you've charged it up overnight. Don't sit on the couch. Get up, go for the walk around the block, get your heart rate up, and encourage yourself to just get that little bit more active. It can only do us a lot of good. What you're going to get out of that is increased flight discounts if and when you're flying, achieving the active rewards, which is monetized and available for you to spend, earning the miles, earning the fitness points, and feeling better, because at the end of the day, after we have done some activity, we all do feel better. Getting out of bed is probably the hardest part of getting to Pilates in the morning, but I do enjoy it once I get there. Drive.
So again, with Vitality Drive is just simple steps. Do your Tiger Wheel and Tire multi-point check and make sure that you have your device linked to your app. Link your fuel card. Sometimes they do it there for you, but if you are having issues, you can do it on the website. Swipe that card when you're filling up at BP and Shell. Those are our fuel partners. And then again, just drive well. I mean, I can't say it again and I can't say it enough. This will unlock so much for you in terms of earning your cashbacks, your monthly cashbacks with the Vitality Drive, and then also earning your miles through achieving your Vitality Active rewards. And again, a fabulous benefit of potentially funding your excess on your short-term insurance.
Money, understand what those rings are, what you can do. Go and load any of the products that you have outside of the Discovery stable onto the app. Close as many rings as possible. Get some money into the Discovery Vitality savings account, and then make sure that you get as high as possible so that you can be earning as many miles as possible, so that you can be getting preferential interest rates, and that you can then be participating in that double day discount miles on the 15th of every month. So those are our action points. You are going to get a little bit of a checklist in the mail we'll send out to you tomorrow with the slides. And we just encourage you to let us know how you're going. Give us some feedback, DM us, post it, hashtag us, all of it onto the system. Wait, I'm getting a smirky smile. I think I said it wrong. But making sure that you let us know how you're doing. Whatever's worked for you tonight, please share it. We'd love to hear the outcome of this evening's session. Who are we? Just to remind you, we're Candid 2020. We are financial advisors. Our offices are in the Lone Hill area. You're very welcome to pop in and have a cup of coffee with us. We'd love to tell you more about the Discovery offering. It truly is one that we're very passionate about and proud to share the information with. We assist all of our clients. We help them get to know the numbers. We try and simplify financial planning and the solutions that we implement on behalf of all of our clients. They can be done face-to-face, online. We do wellness days. Our next one coming up on the 6th of May. You're very welcome. Even if you have a broker, pop in. If you're in the area, book for the appointment. We'll then check you in and help you get to Diamond and get as many of those points as possible. Launched an initiative at the beginning of the year of our last Thursday of the month club. We get together with some of our clients. We have a couple of cocktails, a couple of snacks, and we just talk topical issues. Retirement planning was our first. We did tax-free investments. Lindsay and Gerda are hosting one on the 30th of March where we're going to be talking dread disease cover, severe illness. What does it mean? Why should people have it as part of their portfolio? What are the claims that we're looking at post-COVID, etc.? But we've had such an honor and privilege to be here to share this with you tonight. The objective is not to overwhelm you. On the contrary, our objective is to unpack the journey that you can participate and do at your own pace. We just encourage you to do a little bit more each and every day. It becomes habit, it becomes easier, and we're here to help and guide you as much as we possibly can, as are your brokers. So please, those of you who do have financial advisors, reach out to them. I have no doubt they'll be very happy to have the conversation with you in terms of how to maximize your benefits and the way that your portfolio is structured. But we've truly had a great evening. It's been really good to share the information with you. And I think at this stage, it's possibly an opportunity just to say, are there any questions that we can particularly answer?
There are a few questions that have come through. A lot of them have been answered as has been. One of the ones was, I have miles, but I can't spend them as I don't have bank. Do I have any options?
Yes, so you definitely have options. You can actually generate vouchers in order to spend those miles. And that was shown on one of our videos where you can navigate after playing the game board, view network partners, and from there you can actually generate some vouchers to spend.
Some incredible partners there. I was really impressed. Some nice book vouchers that you can go and actually
exclusive books, yeah.
Another question that came through was, my husband and I are on the same Vitality. Do we do everything together or are they independent? E.g. flight benefits, are they per person or do we both need to achieve targets to advance to gold, etc.?
It's a really great question with probably a double-edged sword as an answer, but let's try and handle that one. Vitality, health, you're both going to do what you possibly can to get to Diamond. Each member has an opportunity to get 50,000 plus points. 100,000 for a couple. However, if we have one gym bunny and they're achieving 60, 70,000 points, the other partner need only get the balance 30,000, 40,000 points. So I urge you just to do all of the health checks together, online assessments together. It's unlocking additional stuff in the background. So just do it and then get as active as possible, preferably together. It's not a bad thing. But yes, 100,000 for a couple, and who accrues what is irrelevant.
And they would both qualify for, let's say, the gold discount or the diamond discount on the flights.
So yes, and what Lindsay's alluding to there is that discount for Vitality will carry through. However, the tricky part comes with the bank account. The principal member or the person who has the bank account, if it's the wife, they will be entitled to the bank discount as well as the Vitality Health discount. So I would urge in some instances that we actually have two bank accounts, one for him and one for her. That way you can both start to unlock the bank discount and have equal discounts. I burnt my fingers that way. I had the bank discount and the Vitality, was getting 75% discount on my local flights, and my husband was only accumulating 30%. So then he opened his own bank account, started to do all the journey, and now we both enjoy a 75%. Hopefully that answers your question. Family banking may be coming in the future, we don't know. But at this stage, the solution is to potentially look to have two bank accounts.
This was mentioned in the presentation, but maybe we can just touch on it again. We want to use the flight discount on Discovery Health, but it keeps saying we need to have Discovery Bank.
Okay, yes. So that is where you will need to get what we call the Discovery account. That is the blue zero fee account. So there's no fees attached to that. And that can be done on the Discovery Bank app. You download the Discovery Bank app, follow all the prompts. Eventually it leads you to a section where you say, would you like the credit card, transactional account, savings account, and then the Discovery account, which is the zero fee account. You'll opt for that. That will allow you to book on the Vitality Travel platform. You can, at the moment, book flights through the Discovery Bank app once your account's up and running, or the Discovery website where you can do flights, your car rentals, accommodation, all of the rest.
Last question, do you have a spending goal in order to achieve, or do you just need to have a minimum spend of 1,000 or a minimum of having 1,000 in your savings?
So you do need to have that minimum savings as well as a spending goal, but that spending goal is personalized to each person. Depends on your income, depends on your bank account. So you need to just be tracking there and seeing exactly what is accumulating to closing your Vitality Money ring on the Vitality Active Rewards.
Perfect, super. We will go through all the questions that were raised in the registration process, make sure we've covered them all. Please make a note of our contact details. They're there on the screen. You're very welcome to reach out to us. We are financial advisors. We're here to help. And I urge you to have a conversation to understand which bank account, which Discovery Insure, which life policy is best suited to you. So reach out to your broker, reach out to ourselves if you don't have a broker. We're here to help. We're here to make it simple. And we're here to enjoy the journey with you, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's good fun. I think at this stage we must, however, say thank you, Misha.
Yes, yeah.
The opportunity has been incredible. The learning curve that we've gone through ourselves as a practice has been phenomenal. I've learned stuff on technology that I didn't even know existed, which I'm very grateful for. But I'm very grateful for Misha, your followers, the team, the people that have come on tonight, that have sacrificed their hour on a Tuesday evening. It's not easy. We appreciate that. Yeah, we thank you for the opportunity and look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
We'll pop you a mail.
And then one last thing before we go is that tomorrow is Wednesday, so check your game board and spend your miles if you've got them.